You guys have been in a lot of close games lately. Does that concern you at all?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think there's things that we got to pick up, and we've had some opportunities to make games not close. But I think we just got to keep working and keep fixing up the little details, and I think we're going to have our breakout games pretty soon.
You missed your guards. Is that been those guys are good? Your offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Yeah,
some injuries there.
yeah. I mean, it's football. There's always going to be injuries all over the field. But I think the guys that have come up, I think we have really good depth, and the guys that have come and replaced, and they've done a really good job.
A lot of teams talk about closing out games with a 4-minute offense. Do you guys just talk about 7-minute offense?
Not necessarily. I mean, we talk about just controlling the clock and controlling the tempo of play. And when we come to those times and have that opportunity, we just got to execute.
When you say like opportunities to score, I mean obviously the last two games were really close, but you did have the ball for the last 7+ minutes, and I think ran it out in the red zone.
Yep.
Is that what you mean by like not being as bothered by the fact that they were 1-score games or 2-point or 3-point games or whatever?
I mean, I think in those situations you got to control the clock and do what you have to do to be able to come out of the game with a victory. And I think that we've handled those situations well, and we've made the plays when we needed to make the plays, and converted on some third downs where we really needed to secure the ball and continue to run out the clock.
And fourth downs.
And fourth downs, no doubt.
When you say the confidence level of this team is very high because
Yeah.
the execution when it's mattered.
Yeah.
Has been there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the confidence level in all three phases of the game has been really good. We're definitely a confident team. We've done a lot of things really well, and we've executed in those situations that we needed to execute. But I think just continuing to progress and continuing to get better and coming out here and practice and working is, I think, just executing. Even those situations that we're ahead and just continuing to pile on. So I think that's what we're really trying to emphasize.
The last couple of games where you had to run the clock out by running the ball. What does it say about Makai to be able to perform in those moments?
Yeah, he's done an unbelievable job. He's helped out a lot in the pass game too, being able to run the ball effectively. Huge credit to our offensive line of, in those situations where they probably know we're probably going to be running the ball, getting a good push and creating some lanes for Makai, and he does a great job of making plays. One thing that I say about him a lot is he doesn't get negative plays. No matter if it's not necessarily schemed up right or blocked up right, he's always going to keep his feet moving, and he doesn't get tackled by the first guy, and we'll get those extra 2, 3, 4 yards, which are really big.
Fingers okay?
Yeah, I'm all good.
What was it like getting a chance to watch your sister play last night?
It was
the first time you've seen her play in college?
No, not the first time I've seen her play. I've been to a couple of her games when she was at Columbia, but definitely really cool to have her here at Tulane and be able to just walk across campus and get to see her play here. So it was a good time.
Is it hard just to sit and watch as opposed to obviously you're out there playing to sit in the stands and be a fan knowing there's nothing you can do to control the situation at all?
No, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to lay back every once in a while. It was really enjoyable just to be there with my mom and be able to watch my sister play. It was a good time.
Senior Bowl invite.
Mm-hmm.
Feel good for you. Just what your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Huge honor. Extremely blessed to have that opportunity. But that's just a credit, not just to me, but a credit to my teammates and everybody else around me who's helped me be successful, and my coaching staff of putting me in a position to be successful. So I think it's an honor to not just myself, but the whole team and the coaching staff.
You're in the exact same spot now that you were last year. This time 8-1, I
Mhm.
believe, undefeated in the league. Just
Mhm.
how good of a position do you feel like you put yourself in?
Yeah.
Down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean it's tough to win football games. It's a really good conference. We've played some really good teams. And just to be in the position that we're in, we just got to continue to get better and capitalize on all our opportunities and continue to have the 1-0 mindset. No matter who we play, no matter what we're preparing for, is come out here on our practice days and get better and control what we can control.
You knew coming into the season you guys would have a target on your backs.
Mhm.
How much has that knowledge helped you to maintain your poise during these close games and all of the competition you dealt with during this 8-1 season so far?
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of how it goes when you have any level of success. That everybody kind of wants to be the team to try to knock us off or whatnot. And I think it's some teams that especially from an offensive standpoint, what defenses have done. It's kind of funny when we watch the film and they do multiple things. The games that they've played, and then we prepare for that, and then they come out and do something completely different every single week. It just shows that teams, I feel like they have to do some different things to be successful. But we just got to continue to prepare and be ready for everything.
You just throw out the tape and play ball until you figure out what they're doing at that point.
What was that?
You just throw out the tape and just play ball until you figure out what they're doing at that point.
I mean, to an extent. We still have our keys and have our rules on everything, and my progressions and reads, and the offensive line has their schemes and blocks and protections and all that kind of stuff. But we got to stay true to what we're doing and control the controllable and not let the other teams dictate what we do.
So how many weeks have you seen it? Like you come out and go, oh, that's completely different.
It's been a large majority of them. A lot of teams have done some different stuff on defense based on what we've seen on film.
It is a sign of respect, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say so.
How would you say Jaquan has influenced the passing game this year? And on the flip side, if he's unable to go this week, could you highlight just the other elements in the passing game that you like?
Yeah, Quan's done a really good job for us, since he's been here. He's very explosive. He's super fast. He runs crisp routes. He can win one-on-one. And I think, one of the best parts of his game is, getting the ball in his hands and letting him work in space. So he's multidimensional and helps us offense a lot. But, see how he's feeling. And, like you said, if he's not able to go this week, which I'm not 100% sure with what's going on, I think he's doing all right. We got a lot of guys that can win, a lot of talent, a lot of speed on this team. So I think we'll be good.
Any thoughts on getting a national TV game? I mean, I know it's later, and it's 4 weeks from now, but just to have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, those are always cool, but that's something we'll focus on down the road. We're just worried about this week and controlling what we can. All good. Thank you.
So since here 2 straight weeks when the offenses had to keep the ball at the end of the game, you really kept the ball at the end of the game. How much fun is that in that kind of situation? What does that say about you guys' confidence level and ability to come through when it matters?
Yeah, it's a lot. Those situations are a lot of fun. It's what you dream of as a kid. The game's on your back, in the backyard, thinking like, okay, we got to finish this game, and it shows a lot. It's a mark of a great team if you can control the clock and in the game not give the other team a chance. And to be able to do that 2 weeks in a row just goes to show how gritty this team is, and especially on the offensive side of the ball, how hard we work. We work a lot of situations. Those are situations we work in. To see them pay off and, to see that work, come to fruition has been great.
You played a ton of close games in the conference. You won them all. Is that a sign of concern or a sign that gives you more confidence because you've been able to get the job done when you need to?
It gives me a lot of confidence. We play in a great conference week to week. The guys from, everywhere, come together, come to this conference, and they play at a really high level, at a really great level, and it just goes to show we're fighting tooth and nail to the very end. And it gives me a lot of confidence in this team and what we're capable of.
Another 100-yard game for Makai. How pleasing has it been to know that having that fail count back now who can help you grind out those end of the game situations compared to what it was earlier?
It's very, very helpful. And, I said a lot earlier in the year. It was only a matter of time before, we got a great room of backs before someone, really stepped up to the helm and really took over. And Makai's done just that. And, he practices with, a ton of effort. He plays with a ton of effort, and it's really going to show. And he's really having a great season thus far. And, shout out to the rest of the line, too. We all work our tails off every day to, try to help him make that possible and, keep this team rolling.
Defensive coordinator just said, this is a championship program. Nobody was saying that 2 years ago. Can you kind of reflect on what you guys have been able to do?
We really just, put our head down and gone to work every day. I think that want-to-know mindset is just really starting to be ingrained in everyone in this program. And when we were bringing guys in, ingraining that into them and making sure they're a right fit for our culture as well. I think it's just that, just continuing to have want-to-know in our mind and continuing to keep going and, just doing the little things right, the little small details right is just going to keep us pushing forward. And that's the makings of a championship team.
I hear if you don't do that, you hear from the head coach. Is that true?
I mean, of course, but more importantly, you hear it from players. I think that's the mark of a great team is when you've got players, not just the captains, but guys who aren't captains being leaders as well in everyday life. And let's just keep pushing us along.
Makai's been amazing. I think Michael ran for 5 first downs in this game or close to it. What does his running ability give this offense?
It's just a whole another dimension. I'm sure it stresses out coordinators at night having to plan for Makai and Pratt, and Pratt's abilities, dual threat, and just everything we bring to the table as an offense, and it's been great.
As this offense has developed, what have you been seeing from the front sevens from week to week? Have they changed up their different looks based on the dual threat of both having Michael in the backfield and also having Makai run the ball as well?
Absolutely. We plan for one thing and we get another, and that's just that's the nature of the game. No one's gonna sit there and let you run your offense, especially when you've shown success. So it just goes to show that we're putting great things out there, and we're working hard, and in game making those adjustments as well.
Even more so, what does it show that despite those changes the defense gives you, you still find a way to have success in the game?
It just goes to show we've got a really smart team. We've got a lot of guys who've been blessed to play a lot of snaps and have a lot of experience, and even our younger guys such as Shadre. He's got his first few starts in there, but he's really learned quickly, and us older guys have been able to help him pick that up and come along and catch up with us. So it's been great.
I think Trey Tuttle started for the first time in 3 years the other day. How do you feel like he did, and what's it say about the depth you guys have in the offensive line?
He's great, man. Like you said, he's had some experience. He was able to start previously, and there's been a few times this season where he's had to step in, and I make sure I make it a point to thank him after every game just for being able to step up, and there be no drop off, and the depth and the work we all put in as an offensive line room. I'm just so grateful for it, especially this season where We've had an early bye week, and you never know what's gonna happen later on down the season. Depth is so important, and making sure that everyone working is so important, and everyone's done just that.
Is there anything notable about the way Michael handles some of these high pressure late game situations that you've been in a few of them this year? Just in terms of his demeanor or what he says in the huddle, or is there nothing notable? Is he just steady and trusts everybody to do what they're supposed to do?
I feel like being able to stay steady and stay calm, and be able to be a leader. That's what stands out to me. He's not freaking out. He's not just like, oh, we got to do something. We got to make something happen, and not forcing things. It's guys, let's not wait. We've waited long enough. We need it now. We need it now. And he's not dogging on guys. Hey, come on, pick it up. Things like that. It's we got it. We got it. And I think that's really important and really notable when it comes to a quarterback and the leader of a team to be able to show poise. You ready for this? Cherry, coconut, ice cream flavor with condensed milk. Fire. Fire.
Good job.
Thank you, guys.